All right, we're gonna have a small little discussion today. Right at this very time, I got me some spinach and chicken with some Catalina dressing, and then I have some rice and chicken soup here with some vegetables. So I'll be eating this as we have this conversation. So, some people, for one reason or another, like to watch one at work with this healthy diet, as healthy as it can be, get his chlorophyll. Which is absolutely delicious. Rotisserie chicken. Which is absolutely delicious. But what we'll talk about today is the fact that some people don't know if they're awoke or asleep. Prime example, when I look on the internet, right, it's something that I pay attention to that I really don't pay attention to. And that's the amount of people that have full-blown conversations with bots. Or people that see a meme photo that somebody put together about news about like a celebrity or a person or whatever, and they believe it as soon as they see it. So then they just start commenting back and forth with people all up under the comments about some person that doesn't care about you situation. Most of these people are rich. Most of us are just trying to make it. We hustling, we stacking our money up, we doing whatever we can to make it through the conditions of America at this moment. So I just want people to realize that when you get into your comment section on YouTube or any kind of social media and you see somebody that just says something just crazy in your comments and they're just trying to bait a reaction out of you, click on the page and look at it. Most of the time it's a bot account, or the profile is like a name, but then it has a bunch of numbers behind it, which lets you know most of the time it's a bot account. Because somebody with a real account is going to take their time to actually make their account look real. They're not just going to leave like their name and then like 456 AUSP7 on their account. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to do that. So if you click on a picture and it's just a bunch of meme videos or meme photos, it's a bot. You know, so there's no purpose in actually responding to these people instead of just blocking them. Now, they're good just for having traction to your account. So let them say whatever they want to say. Just kind of like hide them or mute them from whatever it is. But if it counts as a comment and it gets you more money, then let them say whatever they want to say. However, people that respond to these people are very much asleep. You guys aren't awoke at all. Now, when I mention stuff about being people that's woke, it can turn some people's stomach and make people not want to keep listening. But I will say this: there is a such thing as being too woke. There is a such thing as woke overload. And what I mean by that is, I have people that I've known and I've seen and I used to follow, but now I don't. They gained so much knowledge and they got so in and deep into the, I guess you can say, rabbit hole, that it drove them crazy. So now they're acting chaotically, they're acting toxic, they're acting like pretty much they know this world is fake. So they're just living in I guess a way that they don't care about their physical body anymore. They're not taking life serious anymore. Even though it's like, have fun, enjoy yourself, but it's like they understand that this reality is all an illusion. But there's still a certain specific way and manner that you should probably carry yourself while you here if you of a higher consciousness. Now I have people that I've known in the past that have went so crazy that they moved to another country. Now they have no form, shape, or form. They don't want anything to do with society at all. They just stay to themselves. They barely talk. They barely speak. And sometimes I actually feel myself getting closer and closer to that person. Now I'm not saying I'll be crazy, but um, removing myself as far as I can from humanity, I feel stronger and stronger about that every day. Now, if I meet somebody that's actually on my level of spirituality that wants to live that peaceful, free life to where we're not always trying to keep up with society standards and taxes and jobs and hours of work and trading our time for money, people that are willing to get into that type of mode, I can empathize and kind of like have a nice interaction and a nice bond with those type of people. However, um, people do go crazy absorbing way too much information at one time or over time. Or you can be trying to help humanity so much and then you clearly start to see that the majority of humanity doesn't give a damn what you're trying to help them with. They're not giving a damn about you trying to bring everybody into unison and unity or get people to understand uh their ideology even if they don't agree with it, you know. So then it just becomes, damn, I'm trying to help people and it's not working, or I'm getting rejected, or people are still giving me negativity while I'm trying to bring them positive light. So then you just start shutting people out, cutting people off, blocking people, removing yourself from your own family, friends, your own children, like everything like starts to happen in like these waves and these cycles. So then you might feel like you're going crazy, but all in the while, you're just actually trying to have peace around people that don't know how to get into that mode of peace. So while you're trying to live off the land, go disappear into the jungle somewhere or the woods, create this kind of lifestyle where you're separated from people, you have others that are not understanding of you wanting to do that, or they couldn't fathom eating food that they have to hunt and cooking it or skinning it, or even if you just eat fruits and vegetables, having to search around and grow that for yourselves and actually keep on nurturing it until it grows. Um, One thing I like to tell people is that, you know, I don't want to get into politics or race type things, but one thing I can say is that it's kind of different for people of color to go into the woods and just try to like live a nomadic lifestyle where they just out and about, because we get attacked by so many different angles. It's like you can't live in peace. Like you living in peace by yourself, you got, you know, maybe like a racist white person that don't want you there, or you'll get racist cops that see you and don't want you there, and they see it as an opportunity to try to get rid of you and lie and say that they were hunting, or they didn't know what it was, so they shot you. They just heard noise and shot. Um, you know, you got cops that just have you come up missing and don't act like they didn't even know what happened, and then find you 2 weeks later and act like they found you like that. Like, so you have these type of things going on. So it's like you're never actually feeling comfortable out here. So you carry your weapon, you carry your knives, but even if you did that, you're outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different ball game for people of color than it is for anybody else to just go out there and try to live and be, you know, out, because they normally don't really get bothered. Um, but outside of that, you know, there are good people of all race and nationalities. There's some people that don't see color, you know what I'm saying? But something that's embedded in them in their DNA won't allow them to actually step up to the plate for your protection or for your safety or for the things that have been kept from you and your family or stolen from you and your family. So I don't have a bone in my body that's racist, but I do see the hierarchy and I do understand and I do see that everybody's not, say for instance, with all the people that's crying about the way the world is operating right now or America in general, they're not nobody was crying and having these discussions when we were begging and pleading for the justice and for the people to see what we were dealing with as a people. You know what I'm saying? Ever since the civil rights, the before and after. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, I see things that are very racial, but they're quiet and silent. But when you have logic and you can look at appraisals of housing being different for the two groups or different groups of people and nationalities, you start to actually see where people are being oppressed silently. But now the whole America is feeling oppressed. So now they use, the people that they knew that they can use as a tool to, make them feel like they were benefiting for all of these things. As long as it wasn't them, they were okay with it. So as long as it was people of color or people of a nationality they didn't care about, everything was all good. Nobody was complaining. It was the good life. Now that this government is actually showing that they don't really care too much about none of us, now everybody's actually starting to be empathetic and feel some kind of sympathy about everything. But we've been hoping everybody's seen this a long time ago. But now we here. So what can be done about it? It's almost to the point to where, the masses of North America is not people of color. So it's kind of like up to the people who voted for this situation or who put the world or this country in this situation to fight us out of it. Because we already did it, and, our ancestors did it and gave opportunities for all nationalities and immigrants to come here and create a better life for themselves. But as a slap in the face, over half of them voted for all of the things that's keeping this country in shambles and other people's countries in shambles and getting attacked, because now y'all were baited into capitalism in a major way. Taxes on a property that my family had in its family for over 100 years now, the property tax then went from $1,000 to $7,000 in the course of 10 years. So it's kind of like you eventually end up paying for your house over and over and over again until they try to take it by raising your taxes so high that you can't afford it no more. So, luckily it's a family home and it's paid off, so it's not that bad, but you're basically just throwing your money away to the government, and they just keep on taking more and more and more of it every year. So what I know what I would do about it if I actually owned the property, but everybody's different. So I choose to just remove myself. Right now I'm selling everything that's in my house that's artwork, because even though I have emotional connection and value to all of these things, I don't want anything keeping me from moving around when I want to move around. If I want to go out the country or if I want to move out of state, I don't want to be carrying all of these things with me everywhere I go. I just want to be free. Go somewhere, live minimal. I don't want too many bills, if any at all. I just want to live in peace, whether I go to another country or stay here or I go to Guam or anywhere. Anywhere I go, I just want to go where I can just relax and just live off the nature and grow my food and be okay with that. Because as long as I can eat and I can create my own shelter without people bothering me, I'm perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way I want to live. So, but all in all, this is my woke spiritual mentality that I have, and the discernment that I have for people, humanity, animals, people, different countries. I can go to any country, even though I don't speak the language, and I can fit in. It's just that I just have that type of demeanor. You know what I'm saying? So I just, rewinding back to the beginning of what I was talking about, I want y'all to be conscious enough to know that y'all are talking to fake pages. Y'all are talking to fake people. You are letting people rile you up to kind of get you into a cyber argument, and you're talking to accounts that are literally just rage baiting everybody. You'll have accounts that might be somebody from a whole nother country that's not even in America but they'll be talking as if they're like a black person or a white person, and then they'll be saying stuff to offend each other, just to stir up an argument between an actual black and white person from America. You know what I'm saying? They'll just throw it out there just to sit back and watch the show and watch y'all argue amongst each other. And it's a fake account stirring it all up. So we have to stop responding to these. I ain't gonna lie, I got off all social media but YouTube. I got off of TikTok. I got off Facebook first. I got off Instagram second, and now I'm off of TikTok. And everybody be like, but you can make money on there. You can make money on there. Everything ain't about money. It's about your mental health, your peace, your focus. You making sure that you stay balanced in your own head. You seeing all of these distractions, all of these attractions. You seeing all kind of things that just keeping hold of you, when you need to start freeing yourself of that and get back into reading books. Even reading books might be detrimental to your health because it's all based on somebody's opinion and how they feel about something. Something's not always people's facts. I got 2 books that I've written, and I'm working on my third. My first one I wrote was Train to Conceal Heart and Emotions, and it was a healing book talking about my own personal life experiences and how I dealt with all of them to become a better person. My second book is The Encounters, talking about my paranormal activity that I've encountered, me seeing things that people just don't normally see in their lives, from extraterrestrial sightings to, and it's all nonfiction, and there's all stories. I'll tell you from top to bottom the story about how all of this happened and how things occurred. I'm giving you the truth about my own personal life since a kid. So even though it's a nonfiction sci-fi book, it's all real. It's all truth, and I have witnesses, and there's people that can bring me on any kind of show, and I could show them that this is just how it went, and I can make phone calls randomly with people that have vouched for the story without me, giving them a hint that I'm even talking about it today. So, I've seen exorcism in church at 12 years old, in a small church that I used to go to. It showed me that exorcism is real, and that people catching demons in their bodies and that take control of them is real. So I've been connected to the spirit world as well as my physical ever since I was about 5 years old. So, if y'all get a chance to check out my book, it's called The Encounters. The link is actually on my page. You can tap it, click on it, purchase that. With that purchase, I'll send you Train to Conceal Heart and Emotions for free. My third book is called Unintelligent Love, and that's where I'll be talking about emotional intelligence and people that ain't quite had it yet, or people that may not have grown up around others that taught them how to be passionate, romantic, affectionate, or to be open to perceive other people's way of thinking or train of thought. Like, you're not always right. Everything that you do isn't always right. You're going to have differences with anybody it is that you talk to, but if the other person isn't able to enlighten themselves and open up to a deeper realm of knowledge, then you guys are going to clash all the time because you're elevating spiritually and they're not. And that's going to keep you having to be shallow with people. It's going to keep you limiting yourself in conversations that you really want to have. When you start speaking on the cosmos and aliens and deeper thought and sci-fi and science and, good and evil or demons and angels, like when you start speaking about these things, you start losing the person. It's going to drain you because you're going to feel like you can't never have a conversation where you're understood, or you're going to feel like you need to go elsewhere to have it. And they're going to be trying to keep control of you by not allowing you to go express yourself where you need to express yourself at, because they want control of you. And that's not how life works. You have to be yourself at all times, or you're going to lose yourself and lose your identity and end up trying to please somebody else while you're draining in depression. Don't do it. So, all in all, to let this go, just steer clear. Steer clear of all of the things that bring drama and stress into your life. I don't care if it's a job, people, places, or things. find out ways to make sure that you are in a tranquil state of mind the majority that you can be. Things are going to make you mad, angry. People are not going to make you happy all the time. Nature might not make you happy all the time, but at least you feel at peace and at ease when you go out and connect with nature, animals, or like-minded individuals, which is hard to find. But when you do so, sometimes you can run into a weird spiritual person that's kind of like wacky. You can run into one that's just calm, and you can tell that they just want the best for everybody and happiness and love. Then you got them spiritual people that want to do things like witchcraft in a negative way, or they want to read you your life story in a negative way. It's like, or they just want something bad to happen to you, so they're trying to like cast a spell within their realm of acting like they're trying to help you find yourself. So you got to be aware of what these energies are and fill them out and be able to exit and to get out of that type of situation when you feel it's not right. And you can't have no kind of hesitation about it. You got to pull out when you feel it's not cool, when it's not right, But that's it, man. Bless y'all. Don't let your deeper knowledge in your spiritual journey turn you crazy. Just let it enlighten you, absorb what you need to do to make you a better person, and leave the stuff that you feel like is not good for you behind. Keep it on the side. Still have the knowledge of it, but that don't mean that you have to make that a part of your routine. So that's it. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. My name is King Thunder, and I'm hoping that y'all have a blessed day, and that anything that I said could possibly help y'all in y'all's journey. I'm hoping that anything that I said helps anybody, but stop responding to the bot accounts, please. It's just something that's trying to rage bait everybody to keep on going to war with each other. All of the diaspora wars and all of the things, like a lot of this stuff isn't actually real. So stay blessed.